The Art of Letting Go, a Stoic Journey to Inner Peace. There was a period in my life when everything felt heavy. It was the kind of weight that creeps in silently, not from lifting, but from carrying too much mentally. The kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. Every day began with a rush of thoughts. I'd wake up already anxious, reaching for my phone before my eyes were fully open, scanning emails, social media, the news. And with each swipe, each headline, each unread message, I could feel it, tension knotting in my chest, pressure mounting behind my eyes. And yet, none of it was in my control. But I didn't realize that then. I believed, like many of us do, that if I worried about something enough, I could solve it. That if I planned for every scenario, I'd stay safe. That if I worked harder, anticipated more, tried to manage other people's reactions and outcomes, I could somehow outwit life itself. It was a lie. A painful one, but a convincing one. One night, overwhelmed and mentally drained, I found myself doom scrolling again, chasing distraction, clarity, anything. And I stumbled upon a quote that seemed to pierce through the noise. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. I read it twice, 3 times. It was so simple, and yet so profound. For the first time, something clicked. Could it be that I'd spent most of my life trying to control the wrong things? That night, I fell down a rabbit hole of ancient wisdom, reading more quotes, searching what this Stoicism was all about. And what I discovered wasn't cold or robotic like I'd expected. It was the opposite. Stoicism, I learned, is a philosophy of inner freedom. It teaches that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. That we can't command the wind, but we can adjust our sails. That peace isn't found in dominance or certainty, it's found in alignment with the natural flow of life. At its heart, Stoicism is built on a single distinction that changes everything. What's within my control, and what's not? It sounds obvious, but let's be honest, how often do we actually live by that? I began to examine my life through that lens. Every source of stress, frustration, and anxiety, I held it up to the light. Can I control this? The weather? No. Other people's opinions? No. The outcome of my efforts? No. My choices? My effort? My values? My attitude? Yes. And there it was, the boundary, the invisible line I had blurred for years. I started noticing this everywhere. When someone cut me off in traffic, my instinct was to rage, to curse. But I paused. Can I control their driving? No. Can I choose how I react? Yes. I turned up the music instead. When a friend canceled plans last minute, normally I'd spiral into overthinking. Did I do something wrong? But instead, I asked, can I control how others feel? No. Can I choose how I spend this free evening? Yes. I took a long walk and finally started a book I'd been putting off. This shift was small, but transformative. I realized that letting go doesn't mean not caring. It doesn't mean apathy or giving up. It means focusing your energy where it matters, where it actually makes a difference. And this is where Stoicism diverges from common misconceptions. It's not about becoming emotionally numb or detached from the world. It's about becoming anchored, so that no matter how stormy life gets, you're not thrown around by every wave. You feel, but you're not ruled by feelings. You engage, but without clinging to outcomes. That's where the idea of acceptance comes in. Acceptance is not resignation. It's not defeat. It's honesty. It's looking reality in the eye and saying, I see you. I can't change you, but I can choose how I show up within you. That's strength. And the practice of cultivating this kind of acceptance? It's daily, gentle, sometimes hard, but always worth it. I started incorporating simple but powerful tools. Mindfulness meditation taught me to sit still with my thoughts, to observe without judgment. I noticed how often I was reacting automatically, out of fear, insecurity, habit. With mindfulness, I created space to choose differently. Journaling became my mirror. Every morning, I'd write down what I was worried about. Then I'd underline the parts that were within my control, and draw a line through the rest. That visual clarity was liberating. Reframing helped me find power in difficult moments. Instead of why is this happening to me, I asked, what is this teaching me? How can I grow through this? And then I discovered one of the most misunderstood Stoic ideas, indifference. At first, it sounded cold, but in Stoicism, indifference doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care wisely. It means you don't attach your peace to things that are inherently unstable, things like praise, possessions, reputation, or even outcomes. It's choosing to remain centered when the world around you isn't. And here's the most surprising thing. The more I let go of controlling everything, the more in control I actually felt. Why? Because I stopped wasting energy on things that would never bend to my will. and instead, I redirected that energy inward. Toward clarity, toward action, toward peace. My life didn't get easier, but it got lighter. I started showing up with more patience, more presence. I listened better. I reacted less. I created more space in my mind, more time in my day, and more compassion in my heart. I saw it in others too. Friends, mentors, strangers, people who had practiced this shift. Like the nurse who used Stoic principles to stay grounded in the chaos of the emergency room. The parent who modeled calm and resilience in the midst of family tension. The entrepreneur who faced failure, accepted it fully, and still got back up with purpose. All of them had this quiet strength, not because they controlled life, but because they'd stopped trying to. And that's what I want to share with you. If you're exhausted from trying to micromanage every detail, if you're stuck in a cycle of anxiety over things that won't bend no matter how hard you push, maybe it's time to try something different. Start here. Start small. Right now, think of one thing you're clinging to, one thing that's weighing on you. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is, take action. If it's not, let it go. Gently, deliberately, even just for today. Because the art of letting go isn't passive. It's one of the most active, courageous things you can do. You can't control the storm, but you can become the calm in the center of it. That's the essence of Stoicism. That's the beginning of freedom. If this message resonated with you, don't just listen, begin. Take one moment today, just one, to ask yourself, is this within my control? And if it's not, let it go. Start with that, because peace doesn't come from changing the world. It comes from changing how you meet it. If you're ready to step into a calmer, clearer, and more purposeful life, make this the day you begin your Stoic journey. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more content like this, and drop a comment sharing what you are learning to let go of. Let's grow together.